Hello ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Radolescence. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos on my channel. It really means a lot to me. And today I want to take the opportunity to talk to my subscribers about a company that I recently discovered. And this company is called Ensar Oud. I'm actually going to leave a link to the company and their website down below, but I'm also going to link you to their YouTube channel so you can see how they go about distilling the essence of a lot of their natural and raw ingredients and raw materials. And I just want to disclose right away that these two boxes were sent to me for review by the company, and I want to send a very special thank you to Adam. So Adam, if you're watching, thank you very much for allowing me to increase my repertoire, my knowledge base, and just allowing me the opportunity to get my nose on these fragrances by this company. And there's so much here. There's far too much to mention and to talk about. He actually hooked me up with like 10 plus samples. So I want to start off by saying a while ago, I had watched a video by one of my favorite YouTube fragrance reviewers. His name is Dan, and he has a channel called My Mickers. And I remember years ago, he did this video where he was talking about these natural, high-quality oud oils that he had ordered. And his wife always hated the oud oils, and he said that he would wear them all the time. And then as soon as she walked into the house, because it was so strong, she'd be able to smell it off of him. And I remember thinking to myself, how could somebody be so entranced or enthralled or mesmerized by an oud oil? I mean, usually when we smell it in perfume, it smells rather raunchy and bold, unapologetic, animalistic. The adjectives can roll out, so on and so forth. And recently I got in contact by this gentleman. His name is Adam. And he asked me if I wouldn't mind doing a video on this company called Ensar Oud. And I want to mention that everything that I say about this company is going to be honest, it's going to be transparent, and I made sure to make Adam aware of that as well. And I said, okay, I'd be interested in trying this out, sure. So he hooked me up with a bunch of samples. Little did I know, these aren't samples. These are the actual fragrances, meaning, so if you take a look at this little vial, there's barely anything in it, right? If you order 3 grams of a fragrance in a vial like this, which is going to be filled up about halfway, that's going to range anywhere from $165 all the way up to $3,500 for half a vial like this. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. That is too much for my blood. You lost me there, Steven. I don't have that kind of money to dish out. Neither do I. I completely understand. But he said, I want you to smell this. And he said, I want you to get your nose on this because you've been smelling, you know, an infinite number of designer and niche fragrances. Would you like to smell some natural oils, 100% natural, you know? And I said, sure, I would love that. So he hooked me up, and I want to open one of these so I can show my subscribers what this looks like. It says Ensar Oud here on the front, and I wish I could talk about every fragrance, but there are so many that this video would end up being an hour long. But if you would like for me to make a follow-up video, leave a comment down below. If you want me to talk about my favorite from all of these, leave a comment down below. I would love to make a video on my favorite. But here's one called Oud Yusuf. I'm actually wearing it on my finger. Here is one called Kenam Rouge. And you can see there's like a good amount in here, maybe about a gram or so, maybe more than that. But there are a ton. Like he sent me a lot of these samples, so on and so forth. And they go for thousands upon thousands of dollars. Of course, if you get them in the vials, they're going to be a little bit cheaper. If you decide to get these fragrances in a crystal bottle, it's going to be far more expensive. But of course, you get a really, really nice and exotic sort of, you know, Asian, Middle Eastern looking presentation to them. I want to start off by saying that there's usually a pretty good transgression in our fragrance journeys. What happens is we discover all of the Diors and Chanels of the world, and then we find out about Creeds and Bonds, and then we get into niche fragrances, and then we say, I want to see what else is out there, and then we get into like a lot of indie and you know, artisanal brands, and be it, you know, Euphorium Brooklyn or Slumber House or Kerosene, the list goes on and on. And this is on the next level. So if you have smelled and sampled and you are disenchanted by your designers and niche fragrances, and you want to experience something that is on a completely different wavelength, this is a good place to start and a good place to finish. I can safely say with a great degree of comfort, these are the most natural smells I have ever smelled in my entire life. And oftentimes you'll hear me throw that adjective around, right? This smells natural. It has a natural smell. I have never smelled anything in my entire fragrance career more natural than the samples that I have received, the fragrances that I have received from Ensar Oud. You smell some of their iris fragrances. It reminds you, or not reminds you because some of us may not have experienced it personally, but it's so evocative of just standing there in front of that flower, in front of that rose, and just smelling the petal and inhaling a deep lungful. I am so enthusiastic about this company, and I'm so surprised at the quality of the oils that are present in these fragrances. And yes, it's a steep price tag. And don't get me wrong, I think you really do get what you pay for. I am currently smelling the, I think it was called Oud Yusuf. And all I did was put a little bit on my finger there. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of a glare on my ring finger. That's all I put. I can smell it quite loudly from where I am right now. So I think it's a little scary how well they perform, but of course it is a 100% oil, it's 100% natural, and these ingredients are incredibly rare, incredibly hard to find, and the method of extraction is second to none. But if you are interested in really moving up to the next level, if you are interested in getting your nose on something that you have not experienced ever, I would highly recommend you give a try to Ensar Oud. And I'm actually really afraid to hold these boxes and to carry them around and to have them in my possession because just a few samples that are in here, who knows how many hundreds of dollars these two little boxes are worth. It's a really scary prospect for me, so I'm handling them with care, and I'm very careful and selective with which ones I wear and how much I put on, and make sure to open them up very gently and very carefully. But wonderful, wonderful fragrances. I'm going to leave information down below. I'm going to leave the links down below. I'm also going to link the YouTube channel in the description section. So if you are interested in checking out Ensar Oud and seeing the journey that this company takes, different parts of the world, trying to source and, gather the finest ingredients, all of that information is going to be down below. If you, for some reason, want me to do a follow-up video on my favorite or my few favorite fragrances from this company, let me know. I would be more than happy to do a follow-up video because I'm going to be wearing this a lot. It's just that I am scared because they're worth so much money, and I have never smelled anything more natural before in my entire life. And I have worn perfume oils before. I have. As a matter of fact, I own a few perfume oils. It's unmatched in terms of quality. And I'm not just saying that because I received this for review. I'm saying that because I genuinely and sincerely believe it, and I put my reputation on it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my video on Ensar Oud. If you are a fan of oils, or if you think you may exhibit even the slightest interest in checking out this product, I want you to leave a link down below, and I want you to tell me, what is your experience with oils? What is your experience with oud-based fragrances? Is this something you think you might want to investigate further? Please let me know. I always love the interaction. And don't forget to subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So remember, I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.